Alright guys, welcome back to Deep South Bayou Diesel. A lot's been going on since my last upload. As you can see, I've completely demolished my bull bar here. Don't worry, I will be getting another one along with another light bar. What happened was, I took my 6.0 out yesterday. It fired up. It actually fired up this morning too, but here's what's going on. So the first time it stalled on me, I went exactly 3 miles, and then it stalled on me again yesterday at exactly 3 miles. Well, this morning when I started it up, it idled everything. I had my computer hooked up to it. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and upload, or I'll go ahead and add that to this video right here. So anyway, as you can see in those stats, if you paid close attention to it, you have your IPR duty cycle, which is your percentage. Then you have your oil pressure exact and your oil pressure desired. So what it actually is and what the computer's calling. And as you can see, as the IPR valve, the duty cycle starts to go up. And what's happening is the oil pressure is steadily going down, and so the valve opens more and more and more to try and allow more pressure to build up. And when you don't have pressure building up, that's when it starts going down. Valve is all the way open as best as it can possibly be, and then the pressure is steadily declining. And so you have to have a minimum, I believe, of 500 psi for it to just idle. It could be less than that. I think it's like 400 for it to idle. There's a minimum for it to idle, but the minimum for it to start is 500. But anyway, the symptoms are all pointing towards the STC, the Snap to Connect fitting. So I will be ordering that next week. So I've already started pulling the turbo. It was so simple and so easy. I literally just stopped because it was just that easy. I mean, it was insanely easy. People give these 6.0s a bad rep, and that's because they think that you can run them like a 7.3, just run them into the ground and they'll still run. No, you have to maintain your 6.0. But this turbo is actually easier, much easier to get at than the 7.3. Main problem with the 7.3's design on the turbo is the downpipe. So the downpipe, the turbo is actually facing, why am I having to explain it to you guys when I can just show you? But the turbo is angled on a 6.4, which allows easier access for the up pipe and down pipe connection, whereas the 7.3, so you've got the intake boot right here, and then back there is the up pipe, and then over here is the down pipe. So the down pipe is not really that hard to get at. It's popping that clamp off, and that's the down pipe. The up pipe, actually I had it backwards. The up pipe is the one that's difficult to get at. The down pipe is not the problem. It's the up pipe that's the issue. I don't know if it's gonna show. Come on. I'm trying to manipulate the camera to zoom in or focus. I can't really get a good angle on it. But it's back there. It's way back there. And you have to do it all by feel. So that's the one that's very difficult to get to, which is just the up pipe. Whereas the up pipes on the 6.0, it's not difficult to get to. And I'll show you guys what this is here in a bit. I don't want it on the ground though. Most of you probably already know what it is. But anyway, so the down pipe is super easy to get at on the 6.0. I've already got it loose. I've already got everything plugged off because I'm not really worried about it. I do have that plugged off as well, but I've got that plugged off and that plugged off. Anything that's open, I plugged it off because, except that, the dog box, I didn't plug that off. I'm glad I actually looked at that, so I need to get that covered up too. But the up pipe on the 6.0 is really easy to get to. It's literally just right there. It's just that clamp, that V-band clamp is a little difficult to pop it off. I've got the back side popped off, but I don't have the front side, which is over here. I don't have it popped off. I'm going to have to do a little research, figure out how to pop it off without damaging it. I might be able to take a small screwdriver, like a flathead screwdriver, get in there and pop it loose. But yeah, I'm kind of not in a rush right now. I mean, I don't have the part in my hand, so really there's no point in rushing at this. But I will pull the turbo before I order the part. That way I can, confirm that that's the issue. But I've got brand new standpipes and dummy plugs all the way around. So I'd rather go ahead and pull this turbo, get it out of my way, pull the cover for the high pressure oil pump, get it out of my way, and confirm beyond the shadow of a doubt that it is the STC fitting. Because if it's not the STC fitting, then the only other thing that it can be is the oil pump itself, which if that's the case, I'll just order a new oil pump. But I'm hoping it's just as simple as that STC fitting. The snap to connect fitting are known for going bad, and it can happen literally just randomly. So I'm not gonna have a headache with the 6.0 anymore for now. I'm not selling my truck because I actually love my truck. But anyway, what this video is, you see this CB antenna here. It's damaged. Well, there we go. I wasn't trying to do that, but it's fiberglass, and when it whips back and forth going down the highway, these usually, people talk about how they'll break on them all the time. So, oh, that's real copper. I may as well not just throw that away. I may as well add that to my pile and save it. Copper's going up, guys. So yeah, it's best to save that. But this was just $23. So I had some trouble with my radio. I was trying to get a radio check, and there were truck drivers, within a spitting distance, and I didn't get a reply back. But like people that use Skip, I was able to hear them clearly. So I was able to receive transmission, but I was not able to send out transmissions. And for you the guys that don't know much about CB, when you hold down on that button and you're trying to send out a transmission, well, it can heat the internals up of the radio of the CB, and it could burn it out. And basically my CB just, well, that's embarrassing. I thought I had that unlocked. Oh boy. But anyway, my CB just sits right there, and I've left it off because I didn't want it to burn up, so, but one thing at a time. I've got 2 trucks, but I've only got one set of hands, so I'm going to go ahead and pull this off. I'm sure there's a specific size, but I'm not worried about it. I'm just going to grab a pair of pliers here. I'm actually going to grab 2 just in case that bottom piece starts to spin. I'll be able to hold it, but I should be able to just undo the top portion without it spinning on me. Let's give it a try. Nope. Alright, so I'll be right back when I get this loose, and then we'll continue from there. Alright guys, so I've got this top portion loose. The bottom tried to spin on me again, but let's just get this out of here. Well, that completely gave way, didn't it? Alright, so I got that out of there. So I'm kind of wondering if this was supposed to come off. Let me get this package open and look at the antenna, because there's supposed to be a male portion that accepts and goes into it. And I'm wondering if it's this piece right here. And then this is just an isolator, if I'm not mistaken. But let me get this box open. Alright guys, so I was wrong. It is supposed to look like that. Here's the new one, and as you can see, there's not a piece on the inside. It's just solid on the bottom. But this is from the exact same seller. I mean, these things are, depending on where you live and how you drive and, you know, what kind of elements you're around, will determine how long these things will last. But I mean, when you think about it, I mean, this is a diesel truck. I put about anywhere from $40 to $60 a week in this truck. And that's just in the fuel alone. So I spent, I'm going to throw a little electrical tape on that because I've already opened up that piece and I wasn't supposed to. I got a little rough on it. I probably should have went at it down here where they left the space to turn on it. That's probably why I should have used the actual box-end wrench to turn that. But there's the new one. Comes with a red tip. But as you can see, you know, this it's slightly leaned inward. And my mounting bracket, that's actually for a semi-truck that goes on their mirrors. So all I did was modify it. I mean, it's an old truck. This is a 2002. So, I mean, it's not supposed to win any beauty pageants or anything like that. So basically I just screwed into the bed frame and it's holding just fine. But everything looks good. And let me test this bottom portion here. Yeah, that's good, solid, good and tight. That's not going anywhere. So I'm going to go ahead and pull my batteries off of my 6.0 and stick them back in my 7.3. Once I get my 6.0 up and running and I don't have to worry about diagnosing and troubleshooting, I will be getting another set of batteries for the 6.0. The old batteries are over there, so I use those as a core. But anyway, guys, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. I'm not going to show you guys the workings of a CB radio. If you want to, there are literally hundreds of videos on YouTube of how CB radios work and all that jazz. So, as always, guys, thanks for watching. More to come. Later, Gators.